YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is back. Today I got the Houston Texans record prediction for the 2021 season. Mainly going to focus on best case, worst case scenario for a team like the Texans. Not a lot of people expecting them to have a very good season, but if Deshaun Watson plays, starts week 1 or anytime during the season, obviously could change some things. Doing this for every single NFL team. We got a bunch of these up already. There's a playlist full of them, and we're going to finish up. Don't worry. Playoff predictions, Super Bowl predictions on the way as well. Player rankings. You guys are creating playoff predictions as well by voting on our Twitter, constantly posting polls and keeping you updated with NFL news. So check that out. Please like and subscribe. That'd be much appreciated. Playoffpredictors.com is the website we're using. The Texans. Interesting team to say the least. New staff, hopefully for the better here, you would think. I don't expect Deshaun Watson to start. I think the way the Texans went about this offseason, every step they took, it felt more and more like he's not going to play this year. He still wants to be traded. The Texans still don't want to trade him. I don't think they're going to trade him this offseason. They very well could next offseason. Maybe they secure a very good pick. They feel good about a quarterback perhaps, and they trade him. They feel he's still holding out next year. It's a possibility. I'm not saying I'm predicting it, but it just all signs point towards him not starting this year. It's crazy. I finally feel pretty good, I guess, about their offensive line, which is crazy because it's been so bad. It's got potential. It's not going to be a great offensive line, but it should be the best it's been in a very long, maybe ever, for the Houston Texans, and Deshaun Watson's probably not playing. Tyrod Taylor, I would assume, is the starter here. They did draft Davis Mills as well. More signs pointing towards Watson not playing, but also the way they went about this offseason, they signed a load of players to one-year deals, mainly players that would probably be backups on other teams that are going to start for them. But what this tells me, why you sign a long list of these one-year deals is, they're hoping to pull some compensatory picks, out of these. Because if you lose free agents, of course, you have a chance, not guaranteed, a chance to get compensatory picks for the future. That's kind of a rebuild move right there. That tells me they're in a rebuild move, and that's what they could do. They couldn't spend a ton of money on big-time players. It wasn't an appealing spot. So a lot of these moves say probably no Deshaun Watson this year. Maybe they can trade him in the future. Not right now. It's really not what they want to do. And then they're kind of somewhere in that rebuild mode, and it almost feels like they're almost a tank type of team this year. It really does. If Deshaun Watson starts, it changes things. Defense, big change in their defense. Lovie Smith comes in, so they're going to go from more of a 3-4 defense to a 4-3. He likes those old school pass rushers. Let's see how that works. Not a big Shaq Lawson guy as an edge rusher. I think Amenahu will play defensive end. Those are kind of your old school defensive ends there that he likes. The league's kind of gearing away from that a little bit, so it's interesting. But I do think their defense will probably be heading in the right direction. It's got to get only up from where it was. But, my prediction is Deshaun Watson's not playing, obviously. And it almost feels like their offseason has made them a tank team. Don't get me wrong, they got some talented players here and there, but in just cutting J.J. Watt too. So my prediction would only be a couple wins. They very well could be the worst team in football. And those wins could be, I don't even know if they get the Jaguars week 1. The Jaguars are going to be an extremely tough team to game plan for early on. I was thinking if Thursday night at home they could get the Panthers, the team that was heavy, high on trading for Deshaun Watson. That couldn't happen. Could get the Panthers there. They could get the Jets there. It's extremely tough. I'm only thinking 2 or 3 wins here, my actual prediction. But if we want, we could focus on what I think best case scenario is without Deshaun Watson. Because, again, that's my prediction. Without Deshaun Watson, they could get week 1. I do worry about the Jaguars defense. They could get this one right here. And I don't think they're going to beat the Browns. I don't think they're going to beat the Bills. I don't think they're going to beat the Patriots. Colts. The best case, they could split with the Colts. I'm going to go Cardinals, Rams, the Dolphins. Defense creates some turnovers. Titans are going to be tough. Titans are going to be tough for them. They could get this one right here. Texans, Seahawks. Interesting matchup. Seahawks probably just got too much. I just really worry about the Texans defense. I'd say they actually are more likely to, if they're going to split the Jags, I feel like that way. You know, I don't know. That's just, maybe that's me. Chargers probably get too much offense going. The Niners could be, it's a team that could be very beat up at this time of the year, so they could sneak one off there. So I'm looking at best case around 6-11, which is not an ideal best case. If Deshaun Watson plays, obviously you can win more games. I mean, Deshaun Watson can get them, sneak them in the playoffs with 7 teams, obviously making the playoffs. He could. He's that good, you know. I do like their running group, their running back group there. Who knows who's going to get the load? I think they're going to just split. It's a pretty good group there, actually. And again, the offensive line got better. Worst case is probably around the prediction. I mean, could they possibly not win? Could they go winless? Could they, 0 games won? You would think they can pull off one between Panthers, Jets playing the Texans, they're the Texans playing the Jaguars twice. So you would think that, worst case is probably 1 win. But not an ideal situation. Maybe it could be. Maybe it's what they want. Again, the way I feel about what they did this offseason is they don't expect Deshaun Watson to play. They want to keep him. But if they are going to trade him, they definitely don't want to trade him now. They want to make sure maybe they secure that first overall pick. They get that quarterback they really like. Even though I took Davis Mills, it was a 3rd-round pick. No attachment there. That's fine. Then they could trade Deshaun Watson for a load of picks or players, both, and they feel very good about the future. They gain compensatory picks. Now, if they lose a bunch of these 1-year deal guys, which they will, only a small portion would probably drive compensatory picks, and it wouldn't be for this upcoming draft. It would be for the 2023 draft, so that would assist in the rebuild. Trading Deshaun Watson and taking quarterback first overall, whatever it would be part of the rebuild. So it all kind of actually makes sense, even though they don't really want to trade Deshaun Watson, But that's what everything says this offseason. That's where it points towards. And we'll see, if they get that first overall pick, like a lot of us maybe expect or predicting. Will it be, who will it be? Spencer Rattler, Sam Howell. It could be a number of guys there, at the top. So, and they got to feel comfortable about that guy as well. So, but it's going to be interesting. I think next offseason, this offseason got very interesting with the Deshaun Watson situation. I was really never saying he was going to get traded. I think next offseason, if he doesn't play this season, I think it's going to be extremely intriguing there what happens. But, curious to see who ends up at quarterback for most this year. Tyrod Taylor, Davis Mills. I wouldn't recommend throwing Davis Mills in this situation, this team. But I guess he can grow with some of the young guys they got. But you would think Tyrod Taylor there for sure. But, yeah, again, what's on your screen right now, if you're skimming through, that's kind of best case. I do think they're, without Deshaun Watson is likely in a 2-3 win team probably. But that's kind of the way they built their team. I think they're okay. No one's okay with that, but no one's good with that. But maybe they're okay with it, I guess I should say, depending on the pick they get. But the good news is they can pick in the first round this upcoming year finally. So, that's going to do it for the Texans video. Not the greatest one here, but who knows? Maybe they can surprise. I thought they'd be a little better last year. I think what got them down is that start of the season. So, maybe they start off strong this year, and that really just changes things. We'll see. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. A playlist full of these videos, record predictions up on the channel. Definitely more NFL content to come. We got you covered. Make sure you follow our Twitter for updates and more. That's going to do it, though. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.